When we think of shipwrecks, one name always comes to mind: the Titanic. But what if I told you there's a shipwreck even more catastrophic, yet barely anyone talks about it? Welcome to today's video, where we uncover a disaster far more tragic, more lives lost than the Titanic. This is the story of the forgotten wreck of the RMS Lancastria. The year was 1940. The world was in the grips of World War II. While the Titanic met her fate on a calm, dark night, this disaster unfolded in the midst of chaos. The RMS Lancastria, a British ocean liner, was hastily converted into a troop ship as Allied forces scrambled to evacuate soldiers and civilians from France after the fall of Dunkirk. June 17, 1940. The RMS Lancastria was docked near the French port of Saint-Nazaire, her decks overcrowded with over 6,000 men, women, and children, far more than her capacity. Her mission was clear: evacuate as many as possible as German bombers loomed overhead. Suddenly, the calm was shattered by a devastating airstrike. The ship was hit by bombs, quickly taking on water and sinking within just 20 minutes. Chaos ensued. Unlike the Titanic, there were no lifeboats for everyone. The water was cold, fuel and oil coated the surface, and the air was filled with panic. The sinking of the Lancastria is considered one of the greatest maritime disasters in British history, but the exact death toll remains uncertain. Some estimates suggest between 3,500 and 4,000 people perished that day, more than double the number who died on the Titanic. Survivors clung to floating debris, while many succumbed to the oily waters. The British government, under Winston Churchill, imposed a news blackout, fearing that such a massive loss of life would demoralize the public during the war. As a result, the Lancastria disaster has remained largely forgotten, buried under the chaos of World War II. But why has this shipwreck remained in the shadows of history? One reason is timing. World War II was raging on and the public's focus was elsewhere. Unlike the Titanic, which was a peacetime tragedy covered extensively by the press, the Lancastria's sinking was a wartime disaster. Churchill himself said, "The newspapers have got quite enough disaster for today." This silence meant that the story of the Lancastria would fade, leaving generations unaware of this catastrophe. Today, the Lancastria lies at the bottom of the sea off the coast of France, a silent reminder of the lives lost. There have been efforts to remember those who perished, with memorials in Scotland, where the ship was registered, and in France. However, the disaster still doesn't have the same recognition as the Titanic. For the families of those lost, it's a tragedy that cannot be forgotten, even if the world has. The sinking of the Lancastria is a story of immense loss, courage, and the price of war. Though it may not be as famous as the Titanic, the lives lost that day deserve to be remembered. If you found this story eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story like this. What other forgotten tragedies do you think deserve more attention? Let me know in the comments below.